Hi there, Felipe, once again here, your crazy creative designer from Germany. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, check out my videos. I talk about design, being better entrepreneur, better professional, better designer. And if you like this video, if you find some value, I would appreciate it. I'd like and subscribe because, yeah, that means a lot to me. All right, so let me show you. Today it's going to be an easy peasy, a relatively short video, I believe, or maybe not, we'll see. And today I wanted to show you one single change that you can make to your store, okay, to your buttons, that can drive conversions like by 7%. Okay, I'm talking relatively, not absolute terms, okay. But I think we tested this in another store between 10 to 17%, if I'm remembering correctly. So we did ABC testing, and it works out quite well. There's never a perfect solution anywhere, but in that case, it worked pretty well, and I think it's definitely worth a shot. So let me show you what I mean, and then I'm gonna show you how we can build it together on Webflow. So, all right, let me share my screen. There we go. Okay, fantastic. So this is a project of mine, a pet project. It's called the perfect product page, and here my idea is to optimize content with design. So to balance out the pure might of content with the pure might of design, and create a very powerful synergy where it is truly the perfect product page that is driven by content, driven by design, and can thus achieve disproportional conversion rates. But it's not done yet. More about that at another point in time. So let's take a look at what's relevant here, namely our button, our add to cart button, this one here, and this one here. They actually have the same effect, so it's not necessary to do either this or that. Okay, so what I meant is based on the psychology of positive reinforcement or reward, like dopamine reward system. Same as Pavlov, the little dog. God bless you, Pavlov. It's about the rewarding the customer when they do something right, basically. So it's a reward system, reward tactic, okay, and it applies to or it helps, it shapes the customer's perception, and they think, hey, okay, this was right. Subconsciously, they're like, oh my god, I did something right, I have a reward, fantastic. And the little reward is a tiny little sweet, cute animation. So let me show you. We have a hover animation here, and we also have one here. And if I click on the button, add to cart, voila, we get like a little party, like, let me show you again here. Oh, I didn't use it here. Okay, I have to. It's not built out yet, which is why I just have to reset it with the preview. So back again, and voila! Then you get like a little flashes, little, stars, little sprinkles of reward, and yep, it's very undervalued. It's very underutilized, and it's actually quite powerful and relatively easy to implement, right? So you can implement anything here, anything you want. If you find a different animation that you like more, that is more fitting, then go ahead. We can also expand this animation and make it much more aesthetic and designer-y, but that's not always necessary. That's sometimes too much, and that leads to the other way. So that's counterproductive sometimes. So let me show you how we can build this. We can do it together. It's relatively easy peasy, but at the end, I think you're going to be very, very happy with the results, and you can use this on your projects, or you can tell your clients about it. It's really mighty. It's tiny but mighty, just like the pet. All right, cool. So let's rebuild it. First thing we're going to be needing a button, and then we need to add this the content with the little bag with the text. Actually, I can skip that. It's just about the effect. So let's create that little new button somewhere else. Let's just go to another page. Like my style guide. Okay, here we go. So just go to the bottom so we can, so it's more clear. Okay, so let's just create a little div that is gonna be, it's gonna hold our button. Okay, cool. So I'm not caring about naming or stuff like that. Okay, it doesn't matter. So let's call this. Okay, this is the button. Okay, inside the button contain, gonna have the button wrap. Let's give the button contain relative position. Let's go to button wrap and let's add padding here. Let's say, I don't know, 0.75 rem. Duplicate it and add like 2.5 on each side maybe. Let's add some text, see how it looks. So add a heading. Let's just add a border for now. Okay, yeah, fine. So let's think about the structure. Actually, I'm just gonna make it a little, so we can visualize it better. So 1.25 and 3 rem on each side, and voila. Okay, cool. So let's think about the structure. We need the animation, and this is a Lottie file, by the way. So a JSON file. So we need the button with the text, and then we need an interaction that once you click on it, the animation is going to show up, and then we need another animation to tell the button that the animation that the Lottie is going to play. We can also loop it, but that's very distracting. So just play once, you know? Yeah, something like that. So let me give it some color. Let's just make it greenish. Remove that, and I just like it. It's just a little messy around, you know. Okay, so in the button wrap, let's say the button wrap is going to contain just the text. All right. So we add a sibling to button contain because we're gonna add something on top that is gonna contain the animation. All right. So we're gonna add, oh, not that. So we're gonna add another div. I'm gonna call this button overlay contain. This button overlay contain. It's gonna be absolute, fill the entire thing. Okay, so we have it on top. We're just gonna give it to the index just to make sure. No, excuse me, it has to be in the back, actually. Just give it 1, and the button wrap has to be in front, so just give it 2. There you go. So if we change this, yeah, okay, it's behind the color. Does it make a difference here? Yeah, it does. So let's remove it from the wrap, add it to the contain, the color, and I don't know, we can choose the red here, and add the white color, or like whatever. So click me, there you go. Yeah, so we have the sibling, which is here, the overlay. So the overlay is gonna contain the Lottie. I'm just gonna pull it up because I prefer like that. So let's flex it because it's gonna be centered. Here, let's just have a button overlay Lottie contain just to be sure. We're gonna add some padding as well. Some smaller padding, I think. Yeah, to the just add 0.5 maybe. To all sides. Just add the text so I can see it. Okay. Not a good idea. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hide the click me for now. Here I'm gonna add a Lottie. Okay. We can choose one of the Lotties, the one that is the relevant one right here. And yeah, okay, so let's call it BTN congrats Lottie. Okay. Gonna give it a minimum width of 2 rem. Yeah, minimum height of 2 rem as well. And I can't see it. Let me just Add some color here. There you go. So we can actually see it. We have the padding, we have the Lottie, and I think we should have everything that we need. Right? So the idea is that the Lottie is going to be hidden at first. Then when we click it, the text is going to disappear and the Lottie is going to appear, and then it's going to autoplay. Okay? So what I'm going to do right now is, let me just change the color again. Let's put something else. It's the green. There you go. So I'm going to hide the button overlay contain. Display none. I'll show reset the button wrap. And that's all we need for now. And then we can do the little animation, sir. So I'm going to add it on the button contain. We have the JSUP interactions, but I did it with the older ones, so I'm just going to use them for now. But you can do it with JSUP as well. So on mouse click, we have congrats in, okay, because I always say it's in, goes in and out, basically. And then on in, let's think about this. So we have to take the button overlay and tell it that the initial state is non-display none. So we're going to set a hide show as an initial state. We're going to set it to none. Okay. And then we can add the button wrap. Yeah, we can do the same here. However, as a block element. And we need the Lottie. Yeah. So we need a Lottie animation, the congrats Lottie right here. Just gonna pull it down. There you go. And the initial state is going to be 1%, because sometimes with Lotties, if you go to 100% or if you go to 0%, then they're not going to show up at all. So it kind of like skips the first screenshot, sometimes depending on the Lottie. Same goes with 100%, then it stops, and sometimes it disappears. So I always use from the span of 1 to 99%. That usually takes care of that. So yeah. So these are the initial states, and when we click the button, then we want the text to disappear, the Lottie to appear, and the Lottie to play. That's basically it. All right. So we can go here to button overlay contain. We're gonna set it to show as flex. There you go. Beautiful. Then we're gonna go to the button wrap. We're gonna hide it. We're gonna go here, and we're gonna set it to none. And the Lottie, we're gonna go here, and we're gonna say Lottie, Lottie, Lottie. There's the Lottie. There you go. We're gonna tell it to animate from 1% in a out quad for 2 seconds. What did I do here? I think I hold on. Yeah, you can use the built-in duration. Okay, shows it, but the Lottie is not playing for some reason. That's weird. Okay, let's check this again. So Lottie. Of course, it starts at 1%. Let's go to 99%, of course. There you go, voila. Voila. And in order to avoid the red background disappearing, we can go to button wrap, and we can use a trigger of the H3 instead. So we can change the target here to H3. So just the text disappears. Okay, there you go. And then, yeah, I mean, we have to use opacity, etc., just to make it more seamless. But this is the way to go, actually. So voila, voila, voila. And the Lottie plays, and then we can save it. And then we can go here. Then we can click on it, and voila. There you go. That's all you gotta do. And with that in mind, you can create more engagement. You can have customers happier about the fact that they are in the checkout process. And that's pretty much it. Little change, big impact. So I'll leave it at that. Thanks a lot for watching so far. If you found some value, please hit the like button, subscribe button. I look forward to the next one. Cheers.